on takeoff, as you rotate, you would rotate right and put this guy right in the delta. With gear down full flaps, both engines running, you put 600 pounds of fuel per side, and it'll fly exactly VREF plus 10. This thing will fly or climb at 1,500 feet plus with one engine out. Put this up to altitude. And then same here. And then what we also need to do, I'll brighten these up because we were flying in the dark the other night. So we can get these lit up. Get back to this one. And then, see, we got VOR, VOR, and VOR ones. We can go here. We're going to go, it says FMS, so flight management, and that's our long-range nav. Then what I was telling you about the command bars, here's our V bars. Now, if I press this, there's a button right here, press this, those are the command bars that come up. So on takeoff, as you rotate, you would rotate right and put this guy right in the into the delta.
So it gives you exactly where you need to be. Okay.
And then, see, I got my heading bug set here. If I selected heading here, and then went, come on, there. See how they start to turn?
Oh, okay.
And they'll command you to go into the turn and a 30-degree bank, or 29.5 degrees. And then we want to sync them up, so I can hit this switch here, and those command bars will come right down there like that.
And they're independent on each side,
yeah, and
right?
there you see how they're commanding you to turn, so I can take this and say if we just wanted to fly a runway heading.
But left and right is not showing the same, so
Okay,
they're independent.
what I have to do right there, okay, I'll bring it back down here. Now they're slaved.
Okay.
So if I turn this like this, both of them are going to make a turn here. Well, if I select heading here. Okay. So on a takeoff, a lot of times, like out of here, it's the Elm 5 departure at 3,000 feet. We'll set through. So if you're on autopilot, it'll get up 3,000 feet. It's going to level you off. The biggest thing with this is so much the power that you have, and 250 knots max below 10,000 feet. So right after takeoff, and you're only going to go to 3,000, you climb to, let's say, 1,000 feet before we start a turn, you got to grab a handful of throttle and throttle it back. Slow it up. Keep it slowed down.
It's autopilot. Does it have auto throttle as well?
No, no. But we got a couple real fun little features here on this, but you will do the throttles. I fly this most on an approach where we want our speeds over here, say a VREF of say if it had 115, that would be the minimum speed for the approach, and that's 30% above aerodynamic stall in the landing configuration. So what you would do is you can set your power, and you can fly it here with the little bug speed and set it to say 125. A lot of people sit there like this. What I do with the fuel flows in this airplane, with gear down full flaps, both engines running, you put 600 pounds of fuel per side, and it'll fly exactly VREF plus 10. It just stays there. Once in a while you have to come boost it a little bit, but maybe move the throttle maybe that much. And all I'm looking at is, okay, if I'm at 650 going a little slightly fast, I'll just move the throttle back slightly, maybe to 550 a side, and it'll still stay. So I'm just working between 550 and 600 pound fuel flow. And I don't even look at the airspeed indicator.
Interesting.
And then what we have also here, you see this fast slow bug. So I set the bug here, and it will come down, and this bug will stay right there. You're right on your VREF. You wouldn't even have to figure it out. You could just set your power and keep this right where you want it.
Nice.
So that's some of the fun stuff. And then on the takeoff, this here, the climb mode. So once we say we're going through 10,000 feet and it clears to 41,000, you can select climb here. You got your power set, and say if you're doing 240, for an example, the autopilot will lower the nose, capture 250 knots, it'll hold 250 until the Mach meter comes around and says 70, and it'll climb at 70 Mach to the level off. And at about 500 feet before you get to the level off, the altitude, you've got an altitude select here. It'll drop the climb mode and put it down to a 500 foot a minute rate of climb and capture the altitude. It makes it real nice smooth instead of something like this.
It sounds
just
really
kind
smooth.
of, and people on the back won't even feel it. So that's, and then some of the other things we got here. This here is, this checks all the bulbs, all of these indicators there. And this is the readout and the altimeters and the
These are all the different checks, right?
yeah, this is all the checks right here. That would be a pressurization warning horn. If
And
you're
where
losing
the
pressure.
pressurization panel is here?
Pressurization panel is right here.
Oh, okay.
It's all right here. Okay. And then here's auto. This is the cabin area. You turn it on here after engine start and whatnot, and it'll opens up the flow control valve, and the hell hole will start pumping air into the cabin for pressurization. And then with that, we got this knob here where we can set the rate of climb for the cabin. And I've got it set in the 9 o'clock position, and that will, the cabin will climb at 500 feet per minute. So
Nice
you
and
know
smooth.
it doesn't. And then on the descent, when you throttle back, it'll start down. You just adjust this to the altitude that you're 500 feet above the airport that you're going to land at. You know, it will bring the cabin down. And so when you touch down, the squat switch will open up, and if there's any cabin pressure left, it'll dump it overboard through the squat switch off the landing gear. It's kind of takes care of you there. So this and I got you can see here this knob, or this knob back here will do the same thing. So I've got 3 ways of setting headings in this airplane, and then we have this over here, and I'm going to take you out of this knob here. Okay, I'm going to take us out of we'll accept this. And then another kind of a neat thing, okay, say we're going to put in 2 passengers today, got that, so then just a standard weight 175. Okay, cargo, we have 125, put that in there. We're going to have 4,124 pounds of fuel on board. Enter that. There's our takeoff weight, 15,999. So 16,000. So you go into the book, this little critter here, we won't, I'll have to get you down, give you more ground school, but you go in there, okay, 16,000 is 113, 123, 126. So 113 is your V1, that's your decision speed. If you have an engine failure, fire, loss of directional control, up to that speed, you abort the takeoff. Otherwise, you continue the takeoff. You've lost an engine, this thing will fly or climb at 1,500 feet plus with 1 engine out.
Wow.
At max gross takeoff weight on a standard day. So it's got the power.
It has the kick.
And so and that's the whole idea. The V1 of the decision speed is that you can accelerate the V1 and abort, or you can continue the takeoff and be the distance down the runway. Say you had a balanced fuel length of 4,000 feet. You're either going to be from accelerate, stop, or accelerate and continue and be in 35 feet in the air with a positive rate of climb at V2 and requesting gear up. That's that balanced fuel length thing. Things like that. But
It's a lot to take in.
But it's easy, you know. I've taught a lot of ground screws. I'm going to turn something on here just to. Somebody's been in there and turned all these damn switches on. Tower there. We have dual. I use this one for the communications, this one for ATIS and all other stuff, unless there's a radio problem. You can swap back and forth. Number 1 nav here, number 2 nav here. We're going to go. So that's going to show the VOR there. There's the course. It's going to point at the VOR here. In the hangar, I don't think it'll quite do it. It's a little confused right at the moment. But I got a message here, so there would be our takeoff weight. So we can figure, and then it is at 16,000. It's 113, 123, and 126. Period. If you lost an engine, you rotate at 123, you climb at 126. Period. And you can go as you rotate. There's this indicated airspeed, and say if these V bars are coming up and you want to hold 123 or 126, as soon as you get there, you select that, them command bars will nail that 126, and that's where you climb at.
It's just the command bar or the autopilot?
The command will come up like this, and this delta will come up, or not the delta, but the outside will come up, and then you fly the delta and just fly formation with the command bars. That's the whole key to it. It's the same as heading here. It starts turning. You take this little V, put it, fly the formation with it. You're there.
Nice.
And then let me see. Brevity, trying to get as much in here as we can.
Actually, would it be okay if I email you if you have some reading that you could send my way? Like
I'll
or so
try to find what your business card. You got the address where I can send something to you. Okay.
You have my card?
I think you gave me a card. Should be in the phone. In fact,
if not, I'll be sending you.
Let me see if I can. I know I've got a Lear 35 manual around here that would be for that airplane out there. Pretty close, same pressurization, everything's the same. I'll get something up to you.
Thank you.
So you could really look at it. But and if I don't have the address, I got your phone number. I can always call you.
Please do.
The neat things here, there's some readout there that's on a heading, altitude, and pitch. Altitude, we got down here. Here's VOR number 1, VOR number 2, telling you the distance. 0.2 of a mile out there.
Yep.
That sort of thing.
Concede.
Over here we have, this here is the pitot heats. Okay, here's your engine anti-ice. So that if you're a plus 10 or less in visible moisture, you turn on the engine, the cell heats, and that will, with the bleed air, it heats the outer ring, the engine inlet, and the first stage stators inside the engine for de-icing, anti-icing. It's not de-icing, it's anti-ice. It prevents ice from building up. So you got this here is the engine's wing and stab heat. Turn that on, and it hot bleed air goes to the tail, or to the wing leading edges, and then it's piped from there back into the wheel wells. So if you took off on a cold, wet runway and you're climbing in the freezing conditions, you're getting actually some hot air pumped into the wheel wells to prevent any icing accumulation on the brakes.
Nice.
Sort of stuff. So that, and then because of this is a 51,000 foot airplane, and they didn't want to lose, if a loss in the engine above 50,000, you wouldn't maintain cabin. So the tail is electrically heated, the horizontal. The vertical, they never got enough ice on it to do anything about it, so they just forgot about that. Other than that, our electrical panel, I'm showing I got 26.9 volts right now on the ship. And our,
because we're plugged in, right?
Right, because of the power cart. Is showing no amp draw here because of the power cart. if I had the engines running, we'd probably see 65 and 70. That's kind of the standard normal draw. But this 114, 115 is a AC power, and that is power alternate current for this sort of the avionics there, and this guy right here, and that sort of thing. And now, one of the neat things about this, we get a message here. Whoops, message. Yeah, database expired. Or now you got to get to work. So we go to flight plan here, for an example. There's Olympia, and we'll go up. We're going to go to Las Vegas today, for an example. So the first point I'm going to go to on the flight plan is an intersection out there called Suma. Okay, I'll enter that, and it says accept. That's the lat long for that. Enter that. Okay, now I'm going to put my destination is going to be Las Vegas. So after Suma, I'm going to file from here an arrival going into Las Vegas. So what I'll do is put KLAS, enter, and accept that. Now I can go to flight plan, menu, arrive, and it's going to come up with the runway. So I want to go to runway 19 right in Las Vegas tonight. So that would be 6. Enter 6. Enter. And it's going to come up with a series of stars. So I want to go, which I love this one. It's a cocktail 1 arrival. So okay, number 3. Enter that. And it's going to. And my first arrival point on that is basic. 1. And then go back. And then it's going to ask me if I want to do an approach, which I don't want to right now. Okay. Back to there. Now I got a no link that right here, so I'll press no link. It says delete. Delete. There's my flight plan. It's ready to go. So then I want to see what the flight plan is. I can go nav. That's all the intersections on that cocktail 1 arrival.
And you can file from here?
Yeah. So basically I file on, use my iPhone, flightplan.com, all
Nice.
flight plans. But, so I've got, there's the arrival. So they get down there and they tell you to descend via the cocktail 1 arrival, then various step down.
Nice.
So you yourself start the descent when ATC tells you to descend via whatever.
Thank you
Like
so
it's-
much, Rudy.
And you know, the great thing is about it, at about 5 o'clock in the evening, and we're on the cocktail 1 arrival, right on.
Love it.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
You need to get, what time is your departure time?
6 minutes ago.
Oh, I better let you go. I'll let you climb out and I'll shut this thing down.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I so appreciate it. I've learned so much and I'm looking forward to doing
Yeah,
it more.
let's, if you can break away and come down here one of these days, I'll just call you and we're going to be out. I know we're going to be doing a test flight on this after we do the inspection. So if you want to come down and put Warren or Brian to work on this airplane and all that sort of thing. And there's one other quick thing I want to show you. You see this here? I can go TCAS, okay? And I'm going to go 10-mile scale, okay? Okay, I've got a TCAS, and I can go nav, and that puts this inner ring has got all the TCAS now, 20 miles.
Nice.
And this little says below, TA below, but then on the climb out, I can go through this little dot right here and put above, so I'm climbing above.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And then when we get ready to descend,
That's neat.
hit below. So now you can
So
look at
makes
what
sense.
the traffic
Yeah,
is below you.
absolutely. Thank you so much. So appreciate it.
Well,
Thank you.
And I'm sorry I didn't get here. Them damn Canadians had that Grand Prix this morning.
Always damn Canadians.
Them damn Canadians.